why I'll die a lonely rich old man. And I'm okay with that. I didn't have to come to grips with it. I didn't have to decide that it was okay to be that way. I didn't have to convince myself that this was the thing I wanted to do. I am perfectly fine. As a matter of fact, I am destined to die a lonely rich old man. Now, let me clarify what that means. That means that in my daily life, I am not going to have a woman in my daily life around me every day, in the crib with me every day, in the bed with me every night. I'm not going to have it. I don't need the crib to be cleaned up every day, so I don't need no everyday cleaner. I don't need nobody cooking no meals for me every day. I don't need no everyday cooker. I don't even eat cooked food every day. So I don't need that. I don't need intimacy every day. You understand? I don't like to cuddle. I don't like to Netflix and chill. I am prepared mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, and also financially to be a lonely rich old man. And there are several reasons for this. Women's behavior in the modern society not being least of these. I ain't met a woman who deserved to be my wife. I'm talking about a woman who deserved to be in that position, not a woman who want to be in that position. I meet them all the time. I'm talking about a woman who deserves to be in that position. Now, I'm not saying a woman who don't deserve to be in a position with me don't deserve to be in that position. I'm talking about in a position with me. See, we can look around and say there are a bunch of women who deserve to be wives out here. There are a bunch of worthy wives. For who? Every man has his own distinction about what a worthy woman for that position in his life is. And I'm telling you like this, I don't meet any that are worthy of that position. I always have to compromise something in order to put a woman in that position in my life. And you know what? I work too damn hard to be who I am and be where I am to compromise. Let's go to school. Ah, I see everything ever so clearly now. Wow, thought it was dark. All right, homies, let me turn a little light down there. Okay, so let's get into a couple of elephants in the room. Let's get into a couple of elephants. King by the bag. Appreciate you, man. Wheeze. Let's get into a couple of elephants in the room, man. The first elephant that we want to get into is this. For all you guys who are always talking about your grandmama and your mama and your great grandmama and your great 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 grandmama, let me give you a clue about them women. They may have been some good women, but I promise you, if they had been around during this social media era, they would have been worse women. Social media has eliminated your ability to get a woman like that, unless you go to some village in Africa somewhere where a woman has not been exposed to social media, and then you got to keep her in that village, because if you bring her to America, she's going to be exposed to social media, and she's going to turn into every other woman in America. Now, am I saying every woman in America social media thought? No, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying all of them thrive and survive mentally and emotionally off social media validation at some point. Some need more than others. Some make a career out of receiving social media validation, but all of them need it, breed it, and have a lot of greed for it in America and in any country that's being influenced by American culture. So old-fashioned women like that are dead and gone. So if you sitting telling me, well, my grandmama was married and my great-grandmama and they still together and my parents, you're a fool. You're a fool. They were also driving all cars that ran on gasoline. Matter of fact, your granddaddy was driving a car with a carburetor in it. He probably still like old cars with carburetors in it. Guess what? Cars been fuel injected for 30 years. So we don't drive, they don't even make cars with carburetors on them anymore. You see a carburetor on cars, an old school vehicle. And some of these people who rebuild old schools like myself, when I rebuild an old school, I go ahead and put a newer motor in it and make it fuel injected. I don't want no carbureted motor. So trying to compare those times to these times, you sound like a fool. And you are a fool. And any man who compares these times to those times, I guarantee he's younger than 25. And a man young, there are very few exceptions to a man younger than 25. When a man is young, I'll tell you like this. If you see a man younger than 25 and he disagrees with what I'm saying, he's stupid. He just hadn't learned yet. That counts for any man. If any man who's 25, who's younger than 25, still believes in love and all that foolishness, he's just stupid. He just hadn't learned yet. He got some red pill rage coming in this near future. He got it coming, and he'll be right over here in the atmosphere. Now, now that we understand old-fashioned women are dead and gone, let's cover one more thing. Women these days don't value the one prize that they have to give a man. The only prize a woman has, yeah, a woman can make money. That's cool. I'm gonna be honest with you. I have found out that I prefer a woman who make money. I have dealt with some women who were broke. And even though I'm financially situated to be able to take care of that scenario, I don't want to because there are no more old fashioned women who are going to play that position. And I ain't the only one who said, even women said, I'll prove it in a piece of content tomorrow. I'll prove it. Old fashioned women are dead and gone. So the old fashioned way of dealing with women must be dead and gone. Here's the problem with that. I still have kind of an old fashioned mindset. I still believe in paying the cost to be the boss. And the woman do what I tell her to do. That's probably the main reason that I'm okay with it, because I know I'm not gonna find that woman who just gonna step and fetch and bow down and kowtow to me. I already know it. But that's what I require. You know what I'm saying? I'm old school. There's a space that separates me from younger guys who willing to let a woman do whatever the hell she want to do. That ain't me. But these younger guys also ain't willing to pay the cost to be the boss. They'll make the money, get a woman the money, and let the woman pay the cost to be the boss with his money. Women these days don't value that one gift they can give you, and that's her virginity. You're not going to meet a woman who was raised, and it's not that women are bad, it's that they weren't raised like that. Women aren't raised to understand their value. They want to be in a value competition with men. That's the main problem with the modern woman. She wants to be in a value competition with men. She woke up and said, "How dare you just limit my value to what I can offer between my legs? It doesn't matter if I've been with 50 men. I'm still as valuable as you because I can do everything you can do." The problem is that value represents masculinity. And none of us in the alpha sphere want masculine women. We don't want that. We ain't got no time for that. We don't want to be around that. We don't respect that. We don't desire that. We don't need that. So old-fashioned women are dead and gone. Women not valuing their virginity is proof of that. And let's get to elephant number 3. A woman in this society cannot love you. What she can do is watch how you love her and reciprocate the love you give her. That's why women today believe that loving you means giving you what they want. A woman, how many women have you ever had tell you, man, that they want to give you a massage? Massages aren't a great thing from a woman, yes, unless she's a masseuse. I want my massages from a professional masseuse. I want a woman who knows what she's doing to give me a massage. 'Cause for me, a massage ain't sexual. Now, if I massage her, that's sexual. But a woman massaging me ain't sexual. I go get a massage when I need a massage, when I physically need a massage, when I work too hard in the gym, or even I'm training at the crib, man, doing calisthenics. If I work too hard, or if I've done something strenuous, or if I fished for like 3 days in a row, or if I went mountain climbing, or if I did anything strenuous and I need a massage, I go and get a massage professionally. For me, a woman giving me a massage has no sexual connotation because I don't want a massage if I don't need it. How many times you had a woman try to get you to go to the spa with her? How many women you had try to get you to go get a mani-pedi with them? Nah, I know a bunch of men who have, and I've had a woman coming to me with that. I've had 2 women try to get me to get a mani-pedi with them. Man, let me tell you something. I'm not even finna get nothing that's called no mani-pedi. I don't want the mani and I don't want the pedi. When you get them one at a time, it's called a manicure. It's called a pedicure. You get them together, it's called a mani-pedi. Ain't no woman. I'm not finna go do that because I don't want to do that with no woman. But she believes that if she gives you the things that she wants, then you should receive them with appreciation the same way that she should. We'll get into why she doesn't later on. So she can only reciprocate the love you give her, not love you authentically. Her love for you is just a replica of your love for her. She can't love you genuinely. She can just reciprocate. She can only love herself and give you the things that she loves. And if you don't nip that in the bud quickly, You'll have a woman give you a lot of things that you don't value, and then she'll go to talking about all the things she's done. But that's a story for another day. Now let's get into the meat of this thing. Now here's one thing I want you men to understand. Your woman will always talk about your relationship. The good, the bad, the ugly. She will always talk about your relationship, just not with you. You know how many times I had a woman, man, talking to me about something she was going through and this is many years ago, man, when I was knocking down dudes, chicks. They always want to talk about what they got going on. You have to nip it in the bud. Or you're here on the phone talking to somebody else about what's going on. Anytime a woman has ever tried to talk to me about her dude, man, I always say, well, have you talked to him about it? No, I ain't talked to him about it. I said, well, don't talk to me about it. He the one you need to be talking to about it. You know what they say? You're so rude. I'm like, no, you rude. You sitting here talking to me about something you need to discuss with this man. Go home and fix that with that man. I ain't what you want me to do. I ain't got a dog in that race. Don't care which one of y'all dogs win that race. She'll go talk to her mama about you and her. She'll go talk to her sister about you and her. She'll talk to her best friend, whether male or female, about you and her. If you're dealing with a woman with a child, she'll go talk to her baby daddy about you and her. She might even talk to her ex about you and her. The one person in the world she'll pray to God about to her God about you and her. The one person in the world she is unlikely to talk to about you and her is you. How you gonna ever make some happen or make some work with someone who don't even know how to talk to you about it? Like the homie SJ said, man, it's that gossip spirit on women. If she ain't gotten into gossip about nobody else, she'll gossip about her own relationship. Look at the old girl Future knocking down, man. She'd have messed around, put out some audio that she recorded of him saying that he ain't love his first baby mama like that. Like women are gossipers, man. She should have went to that woman. But women are gossipers like that. I don't want a woman around me every day because she can get up too much information to gossip about. I remember one time, man, I left my what's called it up, man. I opened my YouTube studio, man, and it showed how much I made for that month. Been a few months back. Show how much I made for that month, man. And a chick hit me up, man, and said, "Oh," and quoted how much I made, man. And I was like, "How you know that?" Well, you left it open and blah blah. There's something, and I can guarantee there's somebody else she told. You understand? And that was a decent amount. And so, as this thing grows, of course, it grows not necessarily exponentially every month, but it grows gradually and consistently. So, just for her to be watching that and repeat that to me, I know she's repeated it to someone else. A woman will talk to anybody about you except you. That doesn't work for me. That doesn't fly. I don't rock with that. You got a woman around you every day, you're gonna do some pillow talking. Agent of Truth, appreciate the dub. I fell out with a long time home a few days ago because I told him these times are different and these women are not marriage worthy. He said he's okay with wife on the 304. It's no joke out here. That's crazy, man. Rational Logic 101, appreciate the dime. Never compromise your standard with women ever. Modern women cannot meet the needs of a man and refuse to even try. Rise above your need for women to accept solitude with your earned success. That's it, man. That's it. More than anything, and this is real talk. Women can get mad all they want to, but more than anything, modern women are a distraction from the things you need to be doing. It's rare that you're going to find a woman who is an instant contributor to what it is you're doing. You know what I'm saying? You meet a career woman, she already got her own career. And 9 times out of 10, she ain't making no money from it. And so here's the thing. You got a woman who get up and go to work with somebody else every day, and she ain't making enough money to even contribute. Her little money don't mean nothing. So you in a situation where you paying everything, she taking her money to shop. And look like a baller, look the part, and you paying everything. And that's cool if you want to do that, but let her have her own space. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. That's another thing. I cannot get a woman to buy into the process that if we're gonna be together, you're gonna have your own space. You're not living with me. I don't want you around me every day. I don't want a woman up under me every day, man. I don't want to see nobody every day, especially not nobody that want to talk and interact with me all day. You know what I'm saying? When my son here chilling with me, man, me and my son, man, we get up, we eat breakfast, man, we chop it up for a minute. I go to work, he play a game or something, or be on his phone or whatever he gonna do, man. You know what I'm saying? I might train them a little bit, man, have them do some push-ups or something. And then, man, we'll chop it up. We'll have lunch. And then we'll go back to doing our own thing, man. And we do our own thing for a long time. And then we'll sit down and we'll chop it up. We might go out for a minute. We'll ride and chop it up. I may take him somewhere. We'll do something. And then we'll come back. And then I'll do my thing and he'll do his. It ain't no all-day interaction when my son is with me. But a woman want to talk to you all day. A woman want to interact with you all day. A woman want to be up under you all day. A woman wants you to touch on it all day. A woman want to snuggle and cuddle and kiss and smooch on you all day. I don't want no cuddling, snuggling, smooching on me all day. I don't want nobody talking to me all day. Man, I talk for a living. You think I want to talk when I ain't talking? Man, I've had a woman listen to me talk for 2 hours on the live stream and then get mad because I won't talk to her right after that. Then you hear me just talking for 2 hours? After 2 hours of talking, my vocal cords need a little rest. They want too much and give too little. That's the problem with the modern women. They want too much and give too little. They want to give you the things that they value in themselves. Well, I'm educated. I don't care about that. You got your education for you. You got your education because you want to make money and say you're an independent woman. Well, I go to church. I don't care. You go to church, that means you don't know God because God ain't that church. You go to church to find God because somebody told you go to church because that's where God at. I could be a good companion. Hey, man, I don't need no companionship from you. Not every day. When I need it, come give it to me. But I don't need it every day. I don't want it every day. If you're around me every day, sometimes I look at you and be like, ugh. I could be a shoulder for you to cry on. I ain't gonna cry. And if I do, I don't need your shoulder to cry on. Because you ain't gonna be around if I cry. All of these things that they bring into the world, they want you to value those things when the only thing we value as men is shut upness, obedience, and low mileage, preferably no mileage. No mileage, and if you can't give me no mileage, you better give me low mileage. I'm talking about extremely low mileage. I'm talking about just somebody that just drove it off the lot around the corner, put some gas in it, and brought it back to the lot. That type of low mileage. These women can't even give you that. And then the women who can give you low mileage, they can't give you nothing else. What's the point of having a virgin if she got a big mouth? What's the point of having a woman that who's soft and sweet and soft spoken and she got a million bodies on her? Like the homo rational logic said, you better get your dog, man. Better get your dog. Another thing is this, homies. The modern woman will have an opposing opinion on everything, no matter how dumb her opinion is. Like, let her tell it she has no dumb opinions. She'll have an opposing opinion. You can tell her a fact. Well, CDC statistics say that this proportion of people have COVID. And these people who have the vaccine, who have this vaccine, get it. And those people over there who don't wear masks, they get it. And you know what she'll say? Some crazy like, well, I think that people who wear masks, blah, blah. Wait a minute. These are people who are studying this every day, and you want to give an opinion on it? Because the modern woman wants to be able to speak on everything. Why? Because she doesn't have any shut upness. She wants to do this all the time. That's all she want to do. She don't want to listen to nothing. She's too big. She can't even listen and comprehend what you're saying because she's too busy formulating her response. So you'll say something, she'll respond to something you ain't even say. Damn, Charlotte, what school you went to? What year you graduated college? Well, in high school I was a cheerleader, and I I hurt my leg one year when we were doing cheerleader trials. Charlotte, I said, what school you went to? What college you graduated from? Well, when I went to college, with the financial aid, I ended up having to get a job and pay my way through school. And then wait a minute. I'm gonna try this one more time with you, Shouty, and we're gonna see if you're as dumb as you act. Shouty, I said, what school did you graduate from? Well, when I graduated, I thought I was gonna get a job. That was my professor told me, but they ain't had no, don't worry about it, Shouty. Mindless babble, like the Homo Rational said. That's all it is. She wants to gather so much information that she has information overload with irrelevant information. And so it's so much in there that she isn't logical. We know she isn't logical. So whatever comes out just comes out. And most time it don't have anything to do with what you're talking about. she can vaguely stick to the topic. So if you ask her about school, she can say something about school, but you don't know when it's gonna be. You ask her about college, she'll tell you something about kindergarten. You know, when I was in kindergarten, this girl stole my crayons, and I scratched her in the eyes. I tried to scratch her eyes out, and they sent me home and sent me to a secondary school, a disciplinary school. I was like, what the hell are you talking about, Shawty? That's why I don't talk to women. I don't want to talk to them. I want to, let me rephrase that. I don't want to listen to them. I'll talk to them. But when they start talking, it just never makes sense. You think I want to deal with that every day? Especially as I'm getting older, when I really need peace, when I got so many memories and so many things to think about that I'm constantly in my mind thinking about all the wonderful things that I've done, all the wonderful things I'm gonna do, all the wonderful things that people say are wonderful that I just wasn't interested in, all the money I've made, all the money I've spent, all the money I plan to make, all the money I plan to spend, all the money I save, all the investments I made that worked out, all the investments I made that didn't work out. All the just I got too much on my mind to sit and listen to somebody spewing some foolishness. And here's the problem. While she's having an opinion on everything, while she's having an opposing opinion, she'll have an opinion on everything and believe that voicing that opinion is often as possible is justified in the fact that she's a woman. Well, I have an opinion too. Okay, well, I just stated facts. And when I state facts, refute my facts with facts. If a woman can refute my facts with facts, okay, fine. But here's the problem with that. A woman got a whole world to deal with out there. She got a whole world to disagree with and dispute and go against and debate and have these discussions with. Why she want to come home and do that with you? Why she want to suddenly have an opinion with you? When she go to work, don't have no opinion unless you're mumbling under her breath. Supervisor tell her something at work, she just do it. She just shut up and do it. Even if she don't like it, she just grins and bears it, man. It's just what happens, man. And here's the thing. In her not talking about you in a relationship, if something's going bad in a relationship, she'll talk foul on your name, man, to any and everyone who's willing to listen. Look at the things they say on social media, man. Look at the things they say on social media about the man they're with, about the man they were with, about the man they want, look at the things they say about a man. Look at the information they share. They'll talk bad on you and then say that he's a weak man because he's an emotional man because hey man, it's only so much a man can take before he get angry. You can only pile so much on a man before he starts to feel a bit perturbed, disturbed, disgruntled, disdained. Then it'll be hard to dissuade him from a response that represents those emotions. And here's the problem. You got so many men who have tried to still make it work with that woman that she believes you'll start to work with it too. And here's the major problem that they have. A woman will have 15 failed relationships. Hopefully you ain't dealing with a woman with 15 relationships. But a woman will have 15 failed relationships and still tell you what she's used to. Well, I ain't used to this. I'm used to men doing this, and I'm used to doing this happening in a relationship, and this happen. Shout it. All your relationship is failed. Why are you everything you've ever done in a relationship? You need to forget all of that. You've never had a successful relationship in your life. You're single right now. Anytime you meet a woman that's single, that means every relationship she's ever been in has failed. If we're single too, that means every relationship we've been in has failed. But we don't try to act like it hadn't failed. We pretty much say, okay, forget the whole relationship. She wants to have the things. Listen, I actually had this discussion with a woman one time, man. She said, I can't remember what she said she was used to. Oh, she said she was used to someone answering her call when she called or texting her back in a certain amount of time. She wasn't used to somebody, texting her back an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours later, maybe. She wasn't used to calling somebody around lunch, and then they don't call her back to, around 6, 7 p.m. And she was like, she ain't used to that. She used to be blah, blah, blah. And she used to this, blah, 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 and whoop de whoop. I asked her a simple question. I said, well, those men did all of that. Why aren't you with those men? If they did all of those things that you're used to, and for you to say that, you must feel like you need those things. For those men to go all above and beyond, do all of those things you said you need, why are you not with those men? You know what her response was? Something about a pet peeve, something about a certain line that was crossed, or something, a pet peeve was offended, or something like that. Some along those lines where they just did something that I wasn't no coming back from. I was like, well, wait a minute. Did I just asked you, did all of that stuff make you stay with those men? She said, yeah. Listen now, she's single. And none of her relationships worked. I said, look, wait a minute, let me make sure you understand what I'm asking you. Did those things those men did, all of that, being at your beck and call and all that, and being there when you called them out, did it make you stay with them regardless? She said, yeah. Until it got to a pet peeve. I said, fool, listen, if it got to a pet peeve, then those things should make you stay with them in spite of the pet peeve. Oh, well, no, I didn't do that. That's the type of thing you had to deal. You think I'm finna deal with that every day? After that right there, I ain't want to talk to that bro no more, man, for about 10 days. Like, this is how the thing you have to deal with women, because they won't listen. They don't listen and understand that whatever you're telling them is the best information they can get at that particular time. They don't get it, man. All right, couple super chats, man. Make sure I ain't miss nobody up here, man. All right. C. Rob, what's up, man? Facts, Doc. There is such a peace that comes with living alone. I'm a man that values my solidarity. It's a blessing, brother. Salute, Dr. BOA in the chat. Salute to you, bro. That's real talk, man. It's good to have a woman come through sometime, man, and give you that wifey experience. But let's be honest, in this particular society, as men who are becoming our own, who becoming the best version of ourselves, becoming our most alpha version, we don't need that wife experience every day. Like, you don't need a wife every day. That's why a woman gonna be with me, man. She got to accept the fact, man, that she gonna have her own space. I said in the song. I said in the song, man. Key to her crib, fall through, take dips, no key to mine. I don't play that. She may not like it, but she don't say that. We gonna always have our own crib. When she's with me, she's my wife. When she's gone, she's nobody. She's a girl I used to know. She's Willie Nelson. To all the girls I've loved before, she's who I used to know. And then when she with me again, she my wifey. When she's gone, she the girl I used to know. That's just how it is. She can't claim me when she's not with me. When she with me, I got a wife. I treat her like a wife. I don't talk to other women when she around. Other women can't call when she around. Ain't no other women as far as she concerned when she's around. She don't have to deal with none of that. But when she's gone, she ain't got no claim to nothing. And that's how it's gonna have to be with me, man. I can't do it no other way. I got another super chat up here too, man. I didn't skip past. Music Street, what up, homie? Salute to you, man. Appreciate the dub. She got to get in where she fit in. I appreciate you, dog. She got to, man. Matter of fact, she got to get in where you fit her in. She'll try to squeeze herself into a spot she don't fit in. You gotta fit her in somewhere. Be real mahogany. Salute, bro. Appreciate the dime. This type of talk makes me feel like I belong. I also see myself as a long wolf, getting rich and need no tricks. All praise due, man. That's real talk. Getting rich and need no tricks. Rational Logic 101. Appreciate the 5 bones. Who the hell wants to be, who put the effort and energy into making her a better woman just for her to resent you? That's real, man. And here's the thing: you can't make the modern woman a better woman because she feel like she's perfect. She feel like you're supposed to say, "I love you just the way you are." That's what you're supposed to tell her. You're supposed to tell her, "You are so beautiful to me." That's what you're supposed to tell her. You're not supposed to expect improvement from her. You're supposed to constantly be improving your life, becoming the best version of yourself, but you're just supposed to accept a broad who's just gonna stay how she is. Don't make sense, man. And here's another thing I want you men to understand. And men don't understand this. There will always be someone or something she puts above you. It may be her relationship with her parents. It may be her relationship. It has a relationship with the children y'all have together. It may be her job, her quote unquote career. It may be her best friend. Who knows what it is? There's always going to be something or someone that she puts above you. You need to pass that to church. Even though the book of Genesis says, therefore a man shall leave his father and mother and cleave unto his wife, and they shall become one flesh. But the modern woman didn't get the memo. She wants all of the benefits of having a husband while having all of the fun of being a harlot. She wants to live the life of a single harlot out in the world and then come home and be wifey. And I'm cool with that. I don't mind that. She just ain't gonna live me. You see, she can come home when she's at home with me. She can come to the crib with me and she can be wifey. She can be, if she stay with me for a week, she can be a wife for a week. I'm talking about a real talk wife. Man, I'm thinking about, man, buying some rings, man, for their fingers, man, and just let them stay at the crib, man. When they come to the crib, they can put the ring on. Then when they leave, they got to give me the ring back. I put it back in the box, man. I'm thinking she can have the real wife experience with me. But then when she's gone, I ain't got no wife. You know why? Because she can't be trusted any further than you can see her. So once she's gone back to her own life, you can't trust her. Matter of fact, you can trust her. You have to accept her for who she is. See, the time to accept female nature is not when you're with a woman. It's when you're not. It's when the woman is off in the world doing her. Let's not use trust, because trust is not a word you should even use for a woman. Trust is reserved for things that don't change, don't waver. You trust God. You trust the grind. You don't trust a woman. We know their emotions guide them, so they change with the weather. Emotions just blow in the wind. They go high, they go low, they go wide, they just go all over the place. So there will always be someone or something she puts above you. And if you're dealing with a woman who got children, she can always put her children. Let me tell you something. You know what kind of fool you got to be with a woman who put the children of another man above you. You ought to see the uproar, man. That's this post. I was gonna do some content on it, man, but it ain't worth me doing no content on. And but this chick, this Haitian chick, man, was like, we feed the man first. Man, this chick went crazy. They were like, what, feed the man first before your children? Yeah, that's what kind of mother you are. She puts being a mother before she puts being a wife to you. And listen, that's already bad enough if she got your children, but at least they're your children. You guys be with women who have children by other men and they put the child before you. They put another man's child before you. They put another man. I want y'all to listen to what I'm saying. They put another man's child before you. And most of these women who have children, they act entitled to an amazing man as a stepdad. You know, boy, if I met a woman with a child, man, she would feel like she's entitled to have me in her and her child's life. She should feel absolutely blessed that I'm even talking to her. She should feel absolutely blessed that Alpha Sphere man even giving her the time of day, even coming through to spend any time with her. And sure enough, if you let her come through your crib, spend time. Do you know these women feel like they are still the same and have the same value to you if they have another man's child? Come on, bruh. But it's because these simps out here, who will fight a man over that man's baby, who will kill a man over that man's baby, have made these women feel like, well, hey, I'm just as valuable. I'm even more valuable now. And here's the problem, man. When I talk about shut upness and obedience, the problem with the modern women is that she has a problem with obedience. She goes out of her way to not be obedient. That's how adverse she is to being obedient, man. The crazy thing is, she get in her car every day and put her seatbelt on. Why? Because she's been obedient to the law. She stopped at stop signs. Why? Because she's been obedient to the law. She making an appointment to get her hair done. She shows up on time. Why? Because she's been obedient to the stylist. She got to pick her child up a certain time from daycare. She be there on time. Why? Because she's been obedient to the daycare. She go to the bank. They tell her they need 2 forms ID. She ain't got but one. She'll go all the way back home and get a second form ID. Why? Because she's been obedient to the bank rules. She's obedient every day of her life. But when it comes to you being her man, she can't be obedient. She's obedient in every single facet of life, man. Absolutely obedient. She pull up somewhere, they tell her to park right there. She go with those people, tell her to park. Why? Because she's obedient to the parking attendant. Everything governs her, and she submits to everything, but she's so damn empowered with you. She ain't got no power. And the fact that she wants to force you to believe she has some is another reason why I'm going to die a lonely, rich old man. And let me tell you something about being a lonely, rich old man. I might be alone, but I ain't going to really be lonely. Because if you're rich, you ain't even got to look good. You can have somebody that you're attracted to come through. And I know somebody going to say, well, if you're rich, they just want you for your money. If you marry a woman, she just wants you for your money. If you're going to have a woman that wants you for your money, is it better to have one or better to have options? Ain't no woman around here trying to marry no broke dude who ain't got no money and no ambition to get none. And most times, ambition ain't even enough unless you're really young. Ain't no woman that's worth having trying to marry no man who ain't got no paper to pay no bills, man, to provide no lifestyle. So every woman who wants your man wants you for paper. That's a part of her equation. That's a great percentage of her equation than anything else. That's just the reality of it. So who cares? Who cares if I'm 75, 80 years old and I got a bad chick coming to see me, man, once a week, man. Maybe a different bad chick every week if I want to, but I got a couple of bad chicks I'm rotating through, man, and they come see me every other week. One come through and stay a week. I get a week break. Another come through and stay a week. I get a week break, and that's how I live my life. It don't matter if they want me for the money, because let me tell you something about women. They only want you for the money if you ain't got no lifestyle. If you got a lifestyle, they don't want you for the money. They want you for the lifestyle. A woman would rather enjoy the lifestyle than the money, because you give a woman a whole bunch of money, all she's going to do is build a lifestyle with it anyway. Now that was game. Women don't value you having money. You could be broke with a lifestyle, and she'd rather live the lifestyle. And that's just the reality of it, man. Shinobi Style, salute, man. Appreciate the dime, homie. Appreciate the dime. Tree of Provision. Let me see what Shinobi Style. The only trust in a man vocabulary should be where he's executor, truster, or trustee. Yeah, exactly, man. Peace, Doc. Salute to you, man. Tree of Provision. Appreciate the 5 bond. We must dominate our women remotely. They respond more efficient this way. I agree, man. I agree. See, you have to let a woman roam and be free if that's what she want to do, and you just have to deal with her accordingly. If one want to roam and be free, stop trying to lock down a woman that want to roam and be free. You can't lock her down. Let her roam and be free. Let her do her thing. Let her live her life, and just put her in position, man. Put her in the position you want her in, and never waver from where you want her to put her where she want to be. She have to adjust her desire where she want to be to coinciding with where you want her to be. It's just life. It's just life. Waycock Judah, man, appreciate the $10 super sticker. Chief, appreciate the dime. I bet Hugh Hefner lifestyle better than the average with at least. I bet Hugh Hefner lifestyle is better than the average with at least a 2 lady rotation. Yeah, man. Yeah, I can guarantee you it was. Until he got so old where it just didn't matter no more. And people diss him because the last chick he had, man, she was young tender. He asked her to marry him. She I think she said yes at first, but then eventually she changed her mind. And I'm gonna be honest with you, people laughed and gave him grief. But man, at that point, that dude didn't really want no wife, man. He just wanted somebody he really just wanted to sit down from living that lifestyle that he was living so long. But here's the thing. She respected the man so much, she just wouldn't marry him and take all his money. She wouldn't marry him just so she could leave, just so she could take his money. And that may be the only reason he wanted to marry, man, just so he can have somebody leave his money to. But the bottom line is she respected the man too much to just marry him anyway so she could have access to his paper when he dead, man. That's boss. That's boss right there. It take a simp to look at it from another perspective. And I've never heard anybody say anything about it from this perspective. But I mean, this is the Alpha Sphere, and it's the only one. Roll on Jiu Jitsu Academy, man. Welcome to the Alpha Family. Welcome to the Green Label Gang. Famo, I see you, homie. What up? Now, here's another thing. Modern women lie a lot. When I say they lie a lot, man, I mean they just lie for no reason. It's got to be the food. I'm telling you, man, it's the food or it's the social media lifestyle. They live such a falsified life that they're used to falsifying things. Like, man, they just lie so much, man. Like, it is absolutely incredible how much modern women lie about anything. Man, she'll lie about anything and be justified with any dumb excuse like sparing your feelings. How many times you ever heard a woman tell you she lying to spare your feelings? They be watching too much TV. That is not even something that a woman should tell a man. But man, I've had multiple women tell me, man, well, she was lying because she didn't want to hurt my feelings. I be like, Shawty, don't worry about my feelings. I ain't got none that you can hurt. I don't have any that you can hurt. But she will lie anyway. I'm telling you, brother, that is just what they'll do. You can't believe anything you can't verify from a woman's mouth because a woman will lie to you straight to your face with a straight face. No fidgeting, no nothing. Because she will convince herself temporarily that her lie is the truth. The difference with us, when we lie as men, we know we lying. That's why we so bad at it, because we know we're lying. We are actually lying. Women are so good at lying because in her mind, she's convinced herself that her lie is the truth. She's convinced herself that her lie is the truth, homies. And in her mind, she's telling you the truth when she's talking to you. I ain't making this up. That's why she'll turn around and say, I ain't say that. Because now, after she convinces herself that that lie is the truth and she tells it, she comes back to the reality of what the truth is. And so when you bring that lie back to her after she says the real truth, see, she'll tell the real truth as long as you don't put no pressure on her to tell the truth. When you put pressure on her to tell the truth, that's when she makes the lie her truth. But then later on, she'll say the real truth, which will be the opposite of the lie she told as the truth. And then when you confront her about it, she'll say, well, I ain't say that. I ain't never say that. That's why what you have to do is ignore her. I ignore women all the time, man. I swear, man, I am the biggest neglecter of women that there are. If a woman want to be in my life, she is going to be neglected. That's just the way it is. She better be very busy because she's going to be neglected. I don't mind her being busy because here's the thing that you got to understand. If you got a woman and she ain't busy, when she get busy, you're going to know she busy because she will neglect the time that she needs to spend with you as well. So you have to deal with women in a preparatory phase. Like I always prepare to deal with it. If I'm going to deal with a woman, I'm always prepared to deal with her for what she's eventually going to be. You understand what I'm saying? For what she's eventually going to be. After this one, I got a piece of content coming up, man. It's crazy, man. Y'all going to love this, man. This dude. Listen to these game gurus and these guys who want you to chase every woman down. Boy, he got jammed up in a terrible situation, man. Terrible situation. So as soon as this one shuts down, man, I'm gonna go ahead and crank that one up for y'all, man. Y'all gonna love that. Cup super chats here, man. Big game. Salute. Appreciate the dime. Big brother BOA saving lives, keeping us sane in an insane world. Big up. Salute to you, bro. Great comment. Matter of fact, put that one on screen for us. It's great comment, man. Big brother BOA saving lives, keeping us sane in an insane world. Big up. Salute to you, bro. Big game in the building. Salute to the homie Bobby's life. Appreciate the fire, man. She has convinced herself that lie is the truth, the sad reality, man. It happens so much, man. Like, when I hear guys talk, you could tell a man who's really dealt with women. Because see, if you deal with a woman just on a dating and having sex basis, and that's the only way you deal with them, then you don't understand women. You know how to get them, but you don't not tell nobody how to deal with them. And man, I've dealt with so many women, man. These things I say, man, like a woman will lie and convince herself that that lie is the truth. That comes from years of dealing with women, man. I've never met a woman who wouldn't do that. Ever. I've never met any single woman who wouldn't do that. I've lived in 6 states. I've never met, well, actually seven. I've never met a woman, actually eight, nine. Now, there may be another one in there because I could have sworn it's 10. I don't even remember, man. It's 10, though. That's nine right there. There's another one. But Tori Oaks, appreciate the five bones, man. My fiance has daddy issues and has had problem with men in abusive past relationships to the point where she is finding it hard to submit. Leave her. Don't marry that broad, man. I wouldn't. I tell you what. Let me put myself in that situation. I won't tell you what not to do on this platform. Now in the consultation, I keep it a buck. But here on this platform, I tell you this: if that was my situation, if she had daddy issues and problems with men in abusive past relationships, she's ruined, bro. She needs counseling. That woman is damaged. She's damaged goods. So in marrying her, just understand that you're marrying a woman who's damaged goods and understand what that entails. The woman needs counseling. She's got a bunch of issues she needs to get over, and she has some scars that she needs to heal. You know, she has some wounds that she needs to scar over. And until those wounds scar over, you're not gonna have you anything. And even when those wounds scar over, you may not have yourself anything. But right now, you don't have a woman that I wouldn't marry that woman. I wouldn't. Red Dog Greg, appreciate the five bones, bro. Salute. Should have someone else on here, man. Coach MT, credit and financial empowerment. Appreciate the five bones. Your measure has turned my marriage around. My wife is on my own task. Now, that's how she's supposed to be, man. Now, you got to put your broad on task, man. And listen, you put your woman on task at the threat, not just the empty threat, at the true, actual, factual threat of leaving the relationship. You got to be real about that. If a woman ain't giving you, man, what you need from a woman, you might well be by yourself. And then you can put a coalition of women together to get that thing. Chili Charlie, salute, bro. Appreciate the dime. A little contribution to BOA. Loan paying up on the Alphasphere tuition. Doc, salute. Salute to you, bro. I appreciate it. And so here's the thing, man. When a woman has those type of issues, man, and that's another problem. A bunch of these modern women have those emotional issues. They have these issues where they have been abused. They have been misused. They have been refused. And that scars a woman's psyche. That makes a woman become fake. So that's why you meet a woman who have fake hair, fake nails, fake lashes, a fake butt, fake feet, fake back. And she be like, I'm gonna get you sucker, pulling off everything. When you get home, she gotta take off everything. Because she doesn't have confidence in herself because she's been beat down so badly. She's been torn down so much in her life, man, that she has to create someone else in order to act like she's proud of that person because she can't bring herself to love the true essence of who she is, man. She got problems, bro. I mean, that's going to be a bad move when you do it, bro. If you see those signs already, those are warning signs from God, man, trying to tell you what you're getting yourself into. But every man has to make his own decision. Another thing, man, she will allow the outlook of these fake woke harlots who ridicule submissive women to make her feel like she shouldn't submit to you. Now, none of these women ain't got no man. You know the funniest thing to me, women who ain't got no man always want to tell women how wonderful a relationship is, and dudes who ain't got no wife always want to tell men how wonderful relationships are. That's how wonderful relationships are, man. And I'd be like, wait a minute, if they were so wonderful, why your ass ain't in one? If they were so wonderful, see, let me tell you men something. If I ever start talking to y'all, man, about how to maintain a relationship, if I ever just go for a relationship coach, it's gonna be because I'm gonna be able to show y'all a relationship that's thriving. I'm gonna be able to show y'all a relationship that's thriving. I'm gonna bring my broad on sometime. Hell, we might throw up a couples channel on y'all, man, to really give y'all some insight on how I get down. And why she's so happy to be in the presence of the Alpha Dun daughter. But I ain't gonna be no single man out here like I am right now, trying to tell y'all, man, hey man, relationships are good for you. You need to get married. You need to have something that means something with a woman. Now you got to give yourself over to the woman. I'm not gonna tell y'all nothing like that, man. Why? How can I tell y'all that if I can't show y'all that? Don't make sense, man. See, the problem with the modern woman is she can't truly embrace the masculinity of her man. She can't say, "Damn, my man is masculine." Okay, he's masculine. So I know and this that I'm used to doing with guys ain't gonna work with him. They won't do that. They would rather go to war with your masculinity and try to get you to change it or tone it down or try to shame you into changing it. What they call it? Toxic masculinity. Masculinity is supposed to be toxic. It's masculine. It's supposed to be able to come into a room and change the dynamic of a room. It's supposed to be able to come in a room, put a beta male, sim man ginas and make them chump scare and cower in the corner. It's supposed to be able to come into the room of women and throw everybody panties into a moist or a moisture filled tizzy. That's what masculinity does. There's nothing wrong with it being toxic. Food drinking fluoride in the water and talking about toxic masculinity. Foods eating pork every day. Straight meat and other ingredients that's in stuff. Every day. Talking about toxic masculinity. Fool pulling up to the gas station, man, breathing in gas fumes every day. Talking about toxic masculinity. Wearing a mask every day, breathing out, and then taking back in your own carbon dioxide. But talking about toxic masculinity. Rational logic. Salute, man. Appreciate the 5 bone. Man, gotta stop pumping dumping these Jezebel. You don't even realize the energy that they're stealing from you. A lot of this is spiritual. All of it is spiritual, bro. All of it is spiritual. I mean, absolutely all of it is spiritual, man. Let's get them likes up, man. I'm gonna say we got 928 liking, man. We got 470 likes. Whole bunch of thievery going on in here, man. If I'm giving you free content, give me that free like. And here's another thing, man. She tries to establish her femininity under the guise of strength, but femininity is submission. Femininity is meekness, weakness. Femininity is not strong, but she tries to establish femininity on a foundation of strength. So she wants her femininity to compete with your masculinity, in opposed to having her femininity submit to your masculinity. There are too many of these women who are ruined because they're too opinionated, because they have just learned too much information. And so she got information overload and feels like she can have an answer to everything, and it never makes sense. That's too frustrating for me, man. I can't deal with that. And here's the thing: it doesn't take much to make that type of woman disobey you. Nobody don't have to force her to disobey you. Nobody don't have to influence her to disobey you. Man, she will disobey you. All she needs is an opportunity to go in the opposite direction you want her to go in, to do the opposite of what you want her to do, and she'll go ahead and do it. She will go ahead and do it, homies. I ain't lying to you. Y'all know I ain't. And here's another thing. And here's the biggest thing I want you men to take from this. If you have a woman, just remember this. Her actions are never governed by any consideration for the well-being of her man. She never stops before she commits an action and says, how will this affect my man? How will my husband be affected by this? How will my actions either be a detriment or a benefit to my man? The modern woman never does anything with that thought in her mind. So anything she does could be a detriment to you. And that's why you have to keep some distance between you and her. She needs her own space. She don't need to go do something detrimental to you and then come home and lay in the bed with you like everything's okay. All you suckers out there who think because your grandmama was a good woman that you're going to find a woman like your grandmama. You ain't just dumb. You slow. Real slow. Like frozen molasses pouring out of a jar. Get yourself together, homie, and start accepting the reality of this existence. Because the reality is, if you're anything like me, you're going to die a lonely, rich old man. And you're perfectly okay with that. We're going to go ahead and get ready to slide on out of here, man. I appreciate everybody being in the joint. Appreciate all the support. Appreciate the homie Flims. Appreciate the homie SJ in the joint, man. Harlem World Shaker. I appreciate all y'all brothers being in here, man. I appreciate all the super chats, all the support that y'all giving the brother, man. And I got a piece of content about to come up for y'all, man. It's going to be a crazy piece of content. All you got to do is look at the title and the thumbnail, and you know it's going to be a clickable sensation. Hey, man, I appreciate all the support, brothers. Y'all put God first. Keep grinding and growing, my brothers. Peace. Seems like no matter what you do sometimes, your efforts go underappreciated or unappreciated, period. You know, all we do, man, is try to give men the information they need to become the best version of themselves. No hate. We love women. We don't hate them. We just don't take no foolishness. And we can't be controlled by our lust. Those men can, but not us.
Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Simps claiming that they pimps, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Suckers claiming to be players, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Tricks acting like they max, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Betas claiming to be alpha, but they not though.
Now, I'm not gonna tell you, man, that you shouldn't value your woman at all. A woman does have value, but you can't overvalue her and convince yourself that she brings more value to your life than you bring to hers. You know, just the protection and provision is more than a woman can ever make up for, man. So I'm not saying don't give her props for what she does, but damn sure never make her feel like she's more important to you than you are to her, because it's just a figment of your imagination. She knows the truth, so you have to understand the truth as well. This is called the abundance mindset. There's nothing she can give you that you can't give yourself, besides a baby. And do you really want one of those right now? Nope.
Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Simps claiming that they pimps, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Suckers claiming to be players, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Tricks acting like they max, but they not though. Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Betas claiming to be alpha, but they not though.
See, the main thing that men let women slide with is shut-uppiness and obedience. Now, when you use the term obedience with a woman, she automatically relates that to being a slave. But slaves aren't obedient. Obedience is a choice. Slaves either do it or die. Shut-uppiness is another thing that women have a problem with. It doesn't mean you can't talk. It means that you can't talk when I'm talking. It means that when we're talking about things that I do as the man, you don't have an opinion on those things, because I make decisions based on facts, not opinions, not even my own opinions, and most certainly not yours.
Alphas up, betas down, it's the motto. Simps claiming that they pimps,